We will talk now about fair loss links. So fair loss links are channels that deliver any message sent with a non-zero probability. There is no network partitions. Just to make it clear, contrast this to network partition, where if a network partition happens between two processes P and Q, then the network will systematically drop all messages between P and Q. Whereas here, if you repeat sending the message, eventually it will be delivered. So here is how we can see fair loss links. So a fair loss link has an input or a request event, which is request from a process to send a message, and an indication event, which is the delivery of a message to a destination process. Let us look at the interface of fair loss links. So the name is fair loss point-to-point link, and the instance will be FLL. And now if we look to the events, so the request event is sending a message, which a request to transmit a message M to a process which is a destination test. An indication event will be the delivery of the message M from the source SRC. So that is the interface of fair loss links. Then we have a number of properties, trace properties, safety and liveness properties, and these are defined as follows. So let's look at the properties. The first property is fair loss. What fair loss says? It says if M is sent infinitely often from Pi to Pj, and neither crashes, then M is delivered infinitely often by Pj. This is just to say that the message will be delivered with a non-zero probability. This is the way to formulate that. The second property is finite duplication, which says if M is sent a finite number of times from Pi to Pj, then it is delivered at most a finite number of times by Pj. So what this excludes is infinite delivery of a message. So messages cannot be duplicated infinitely many times. The third property is no creation. No creation says that no message is delivered until it was sent. So let us look a little bit about these properties. So the first property, fair loss, is it a safety or liveness property? In fact, it is a liveness property because there is no bad event that can happen which says that execution from there on will not satisfy this property. Finite duplication is also a liveness property. So if a message is sent finite number of times, we can always extend the execution to deliver it a finite number of times. The violation can only happen at infinity. Whereas no creation is interesting, it is a safety property because if a message is delivered, then it must have a preceding send. So which says that basically you cannot see a bad event, which is a delivery of a message, and there is no previous sends before that delivery.